no.
It was 7 minutes after midnight. The dog was lying on the grass in the middle of the lawn in front of Mrs. Shear's house. Its eyes were closed. It looked as if it was running on its side, the way dogs run when they think they are chasing a cat in a dream. But the dog was not running or asleep. The dog was dead.
Get away from my dog!
There was a garden fork sticking out of the dog. The dog was called Wellington. It belonged to Mrs. Shears, who was our friend. She lived on the opposite side of the road, 2 houses to the left.
Get away from my dog!
My name is Christopher John Francis Boone. I live at 36 Randolph Street, Swindon, Wiltshire. I know all the countries of the world and capital cities and every prime number up to 7,507.
Get away from my dog, for Christ's sake!
After 12 and a half minutes, a policeman arrived. He had a big orange leaf stuck to the bottom of his shoe, which was poking out from one side. This is good, Christopher. It's quite exciting. I like the details. They make it more realistic. He squatted down next to me. He said to me,
"Would you like to tell me what's going on here, young man?"
I do not tell lies. Mother used to say that this was because I was a good person, but it is not because I am a good person. It is because I cannot tell lies.
The dog is dead.
I got that far.
I think someone killed the dog.
How old are you?
I'm 15 years, 3 months and 2 days.
And what precisely were you doing in the garden?
I'm talking to you.
Okay, what were you doing in the garden in the first place?
I was holding the dog.
Why were you holding the dog?
I like dogs.
Did you kill the dog?
I did not kill the dog.
Young man, you seem very upset about this. I'm going to ask you to stop making that noise and stand up calmly and quietly, please. Terrific. Marvellous, great. Just bloody... I am arresting you for assaulting a police officer. I strongly advise you to get into the back of the police car, and if you try any of that monkey business again, you little shit, I'm seriously going to lose my rag. Is that understood?
I find people confusing. This is for 2 main reasons. The first main reason is that people do a lot of talking without using any words. Siobhan says that if you raise one eyebrow, it can mean, I want to do sex with you. I never said that.
Yes, you did.
I didn't use those words, Christopher.
You did, on September 12th last year at first break.
And it can also mean, I think what you just said was very stupid.
Could you empty your pockets onto the desk, please, Christopher?
Is that in case of anything in them that I could use to kill myself, escape, or attack a policeman with?
That's right.
I have a Swiss Army knife, but I only use that for doing odd jobs, not for stabbing things or hurting people.
Jolly goat.
A piece of string! A piece of a wooden puzzle!
3 pallets of rat food for Toby, my pet rat!
£1.47 made up of a £1 coin, a 10p coin, a 20p coin, a 5p coin, and a 2p coin.
A red paperclip.
A key for the front door! A Swiss Army knife with 13 attachments, including a wire stripper, and a saw, and tweezers, and a toothpick!
Could you take your watch off, please, Christopher?
No, I need my watch to know exactly what time it is.
Give it here, lad. All right, son, you keep it. Do you have any family, Christopher?
Yes, I do.
And who is your family?
Father and mother, but mother's dead, and Uncle Terry, who lives in Sunderland, he is my father's brother. And my grandparents, but 3 of them are dead, and Grandma Burton lives in a home because she has senile dementia and thinks I'm someone on television.
Right. Lovely. Do you know your father's phone number, Christopher? Christopher, Mr. Boone, could you come this way, please? I've spoken to your father and he says you didn't mean to hit the policeman. Did you mean to hit the policeman?
Yes.
But you didn't mean to hurt the policeman.
No, I didn't mean to hurt the policeman. I just wanted him to stop touching me.
You do know that it's wrong to hit a policeman, don't you?
I do.
Did you kill the dog?
I did not kill the dog.
Do you know that it is wrong to lie to a policeman? And that you can get into a very great deal of trouble if you do?
Yes.
Do you know who killed the dog?
No.
Are you telling the truth?
Yes, I always tell the truth.
Right. I'm going to give you a caution.
Is that going to be on a piece of paper, like a certificate I can keep?
No. A caution means that we're going to write a record of what you did, that you hit the policeman, but you didn't mean to and that it was an accident.
But it wasn't an accident.
Christopher, please.
If you get into any more trouble, we'll pull out this record and see that you've been given a caution, and we'll take things much more seriously next time. Do you understand what I'm saying, Christopher?
Yes.
Metaphors. These are examples of metaphors.
Oh, I am seriously gonna lose my rag.
He was the apple of her eye.
They had a skeleton in the cupboard.
We had a real big of a day.
The dog was stone dead.
The word metaphor means carrying something from one place to another, and it is when you describe something by using a word for something that it isn't. This means that the word metaphor is a metaphor. Wow, that's clever.
It's true.
Yes. I think it should be called a lie because a pig is not like a day and people don't have skeletons in their cupboards. When I try and make a picture of the phrase in my head, it just confuses me because imagining an apple in someone's eye doesn't have anything to do with liking someone a lot, and it makes you forget what the person was talking about.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I didn't kill Wellington.
I know. Look, you just have to stay out of trouble, all right?
I didn't know I was going to get into trouble. I like Wellington and I went to say hello to him, but I didn't know that someone had killed him.
Just try and keep your nose out of other people's business.
I'm going to find out who killed Wellington.
Were you listening to what I was saying, Christopher?
Yes, I was listening to what you were saying. But when someone gets murdered, you have to find out who did it so that they can be punished.
It's a dog, Christopher, a bloody dog.
I think dogs are important too. I think some dogs are cleverer than some people. Steve, for example, who goes to school on Thursdays, needs help eating his food and he probably couldn't even fetch a stick.
Just leave it.
Are you sad about Wellington?
Yes, Christopher, you could say that. You could very well say that.
You have her pictures. You have her pictures. You have her pictures everywhere. You're covered in stitches. You're covered in stitches. You think I can't see them, but I know they're there. Take her down from the wall.
Mother died 2 years ago. I came home from school one day and no one answered the door. So I went and found the secret key that we keep under a flower pot outside the kitchen window. I let myself into the house and wiped my feet on the mat. I put the key in the bowl on the table. I took my bag off so that it would be ready for school the next day. I gave 3 pellets of rat food to Toby, who is my pet rat. I made myself a raspberry milkshake and heated it up in the microwave.
Beep.
went up to my bedroom. I turned on my bedroom light. I then played 6 games of Tetris and got to level 38, which was my 4th best ever score. An hour and a half later, Father came home.
Christopher, I'm afraid you won't be seeing your mother for a while.
Why
She's
not?
had to go into hospital.
And can we visit her?
No,
Why can't we?
she needs rest. She needs to be on her own.
Is it a psychiatric hospital?
No, it's an ordinary hospital. She has a problem with her heart.
I'm going to make her a get well card. If I make her a get well card, can you take it in for her tomorrow?
I'm wide awake. I'm wide awake. I'm wide awake. Yeah, I was in the dark. I was falling hard with an open heart. I'm wide awake. How did I read the stars so wrong? I'm wide awake, and now it's clear to me that everything you see ain't always what it seems. I'm wide awake. Yeah, I was dreaming for so long. I wish I knew that.
How are you today, Christopher?
Very well, thank you.
That's good.
In the bus on the way to school, we passed 4 red cars in a row.
4.
So today's a good day.
Oh, that's great. I'm glad.
I've decided I'm going to try and find out who killed Wellington and make it a project because a good day is a day for projects and planning things.
Who's Wellington?
Wellington is a dog that used to belong to my neighbour, Mrs. Shears, but he's dead now because someone killed him by putting a garden fork through him, and then a policeman found me and thought that I'd killed him, but I hadn't, and then he tried to touch me, so I hit him, and then I had to go to the police station.
Gosh.
And I'm going to try and find out who really killed Wellington and make it a project, even though Father told me not to.
I see.
I don't always do what I'm told.
Why?
Because when people tell you what to do, it's usually confusing and doesn't make sense. For example, people often say, be quiet, but they don't tell you how long to be quiet for.
No. Why did your father tell you not to try to find out who killed Wellington?
I don't know.
Well, maybe you should do what your father tells you to do.
Mm.
Well, we're meant to be writing stories today, so why don't you write about what happened to Wellington?
Okay, I will.
Christopher, I'm sorry. Your mother's died. She's had a heart attack. It wasn't expected.
What kind of heart attack?
Jesus, Christopher, I don't know what kind of heart attack. Now's not the time to be asking questions like that.
It was probably an aneurysm.
I'm sorry, Christopher. I'm really, really sorry.
Step one, you say we need to talk. He walks, you say sit down, it's just talk. He smiles politely back at you. You stare politely right on through some sort of window to your right as he goes left and you stay right.
Reverend Peters. Where is heaven?
I'm sorry, Christopher?
In our universe. Whereabouts is it exactly?
It's not in our universe. It's in another place altogether.
There isn't anything outside our universe, Reverend Peters. In fact, there is another kind of place altogether. Except there might be if you go through a black hole. And a black hole is what is called a singularity, which means it's impossible to find out what is on the other side because the gravity of a black hole is so big that even electromagnetic waves like light can't get out of it. And electromagnetic waves are how we get information about things which are far away. And if heaven is on the other side of a black hole, that would mean that dead people would have to be fired into space onto a rocket to get there, and they aren't, or else people would notice.
Christopher, can we talk about this another day when I have much more time?
next day was Saturday, and there's not much to do on a Saturday unless Father takes me out somewhere on an outing to the boating lake or to the garden centre. But on this Saturday, England were playing Romania at football, which meant we weren't going to go on an outing because Father wanted to watch the match on the television. So I made a decision. I decided to do some detection. I decided to go out on my own. I do not like strangers, so talking to the other people in our street was brave. But if you're going to do detective work, you have to be brave, so I had no choice.
Can I help you?
Do you know who killed Wellington?
Who are you?
I'm Christopher Boone and I live at number 36. And I know you. You're Mr. Thompson.
I'm Mr. Thompson's brother.
Do you know who killed Wellington?
Who in the fuck is Wellington?
Mrs. Shears' dog. Mrs. Shears is from number 39.
Somebody killed her dog.
With a fork.
Jesus Christ.
A garden fork.
Oh.
Do you know who killed him?
Look, son, do you really think you should be going around asking questions, I guess?
Yes, I do, because I want to find out who killed Wellington. And I'm writing a book about it.
Well, I was in Colchester on Thursday, so you're asking the wrong bloke.
Thank you for helping me with my investigation. Do you know who killed Wellington?
Oh, bloody hell. Policemen really are getting younger these days, aren't they?
2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 27, 29, 31, 37, 53, 57, 61, 67. Do you know anything about Wellington getting killed?
I heard about it yesterday. Dreadful. Dreadful.
Do you know who killed him?
No, I don't.
Somebody must know something because the person who killed Wellington knows that they killed Wellington, unless they were a mad person and didn't know what they were doing, or unless they had senile dementia.
You're Christopher, aren't you?
Yes, I live at number 36.
We haven't talked before, have we?
I don't do chatting, but I'm doing detective work.
I see you every day going to school on your school bus when I'm walking my dog. It's nice of you to come and say hello, even if you're only doing detective work.
Thank you.
I have a grandson your age.
I'm 15 years, 3 months and 3 days.
Well, almost your age. You don't have a dog, do you?
I have a rat.
A rat?
He's called Toby.
Oh. Would you like to come in for tea?
I don't go into other people's houses.
Well, maybe I could bring some tea out here. Do you like lemon squash?
I only like orange squash.
Well, luckily I have some of that too. What about Battenberg?
I don't know because I don't know what Battenberg is.
Do you like biscuits?
Yes, some sorts of biscuits.
I'll get a selection.
She moved very slowly because she was an old lady and she was inside the house for more than 6 minutes, and I began to get nervous because I didn't know her well enough to know whether she was telling the truth about getting orange squash and Battenberg cake. And I thought she might be ringing the police, and then I'd get into much more serious trouble because of the caution. So I walked away.
Kill a dog.
I wouldn't.
I think you'd only kill a dog if A.
You hated the dog.
Or B.
You were a mad person.
Or C.
You wanted to make Mrs. Shears sad.
I don't know anybody who hated Wellington, so if it was A.
It was probably a stranger.
And I don't know any mad people either, so if it was B.
It was probably also a stranger.
Right.
But most murders are committed by someone known to the victim. In fact, you're most likely to be murdered by a member of your own family on Christmas Day.
Is that a fact?
Yes, actually, it is a fact. Wellington was therefore most likely to have been murdered by someone known to him, and I only know one person who doesn't like Mrs. Shears, and that is Mr. Shears, who divorced Mrs. Shears and left her to live elsewhere, and who knew Wellington very well indeed. That means that Mr. Shears is my prime suspect.
Christopher,
I'm going to find out more about Mr. Shears.
Mr. Boone, nobody has ever taken an A-level in the school before.
He can be the first then.
I don't know if we have the facilities for that.
Then get the facilities.
I can't treat Christopher any differently to any other student.
Why not?
Because then everybody will want to be treated differently.
So?
It would set a precedent. Christopher can sit his A-levels later when he's 18.
Christopher's getting a crap enough deal already without you shitting on him from a great height as well. This is the one thing he's really good at.
I think we should talk about this later. When we're alone.
Why? Are there things that you're too afraid to say to me in front of him?
No, it's
then
not.
Then say them now.
If Christopher was to sit his A-levels, he would need to have a member of staff looking after him in a separate room.
Well, then I pay for it. They can do it after school. Here, look, 50 quid, is that enough?
Mr. Boone.
I'm not taking no for an answer. Where have you been?
I've been out.
I've just had a phone call from Mrs. Shears. What the hell were you doing poking around her garden?
I was doing detective work, trying to figure out who killed Wellington.
Jesus, Christopher, how many times do I have to tell you not to go round poking your nose into other people's business?
I think Mr. Shears probably
I will
killed
not have
Wellington.
that man's name mentioned in my house.
Why not?
That man is evil.
Does that mean that he might have killed Wellington?
Look, Christopher, I'm going to say this for the last and final time. Now look at me when I'm talking to you. Look at me. You're not to go round asking Mrs. Shears who killed that bloody dog. You're not to go asking anyone who killed that bloody dog. You're not to go trespassing other people's gardens and stop this ridiculous bloody detective game right now. And I'm going to make you promise me, and you know what it means when I make you promise me.
She may contain the urge to run away, but hold her down with soggy clothes and breeze blows. Cetirizine, your fever's greet me again. Never kisses, or do you ever send a full stop? Do you know where the wild things go? They go along to take your honey. Way down how we build our breakfast down and say my love, love, love. Muscle to muscle, and toe to toe. The fear is grip me, but here I go. My heart sings as I jump up. Girl, I grip tight that my heart is shutting up. Do you know where the wild things go? They go on undertake your honey. Bring down our sleep, build our breakfast, now let's eat my love, love, love. She bruises calls, she splutters pistol shots. Hold her down with soggy clothes and breeze blows. She's morphine, queen of my vaccine, my love, love, love. Muscle to muscle and toe to toe.
I think I would make a good astronaut.
Yeah, mate, you probably would.
To be a good astronaut, you have to be intelligent. And I'm intelligent. You also have to understand how machines work. And I'm good at understanding how machines work.
You also have to be someone who would like being on their own in a tiny spacecraft, thousands and thousands of miles away from the surface of the Earth, and not panic or get claustrophobia or homesick or insane. And I really like little spaces as long as there's no one else in them with me.
Yeah, I noticed.
Sometimes, when I want to be on my own, I get into the airing cupboard and slide in beside the boiler and pull the door closed behind me and sit there and think for hours, and it makes me feel very calm.
So I'd have to be an astronaut on my own or have my own part of the spacecraft that no one else could come into. And also, there are no yellow things or brown things in a spacecraft, so that would be okay too. And I'd be able to talk to other people, but we would do that through mission control and a radio link-up and a TV monitor. So it wouldn't be like talking to real people, but it would be like playing a computer game.
Which you like?
And I wouldn't feel homesick at all because I'd be surrounded by things that I like, which are computers and machines and outer space, and I'd be able to look out of a tiny little window in the spacecraft and know that there was no one else near me for thousands and thousands.
Christopher.
What?
Can you give it a break, mate? Please.
And know that there was no one else near me for thousands and thousands of miles, which is what I sometimes imagine at night in the summer when I go and lie on the lawn and look up at the sky and I put my hands around the sides of my face so that I can't see the fence and the chimney and the washing line, and I can pretend I'm in space. And all I could see would be stars. And stars are the places where the molecules that life is made of were constructed billions of years ago. For example, all the iron in your blood, which stops you being anemic, was made in a star. And I would like it if I could take Toby with me into space, and that might be allowed because they sometimes do take animals into space for experiments. So, if I could think of a good experiment to do with a rat that didn't hurt the rat, I could make them let me take Toby. But if they didn't let me, I would still go because it would be a dream come true.
Father said.
I see, that's a pity.
So, the book is finished.
Well, if your father's told you to stop, then I think he probably has a good reason, and maybe you should stop. But you could still be proud because what you've written so far, it's great.
But it's not a proper book.
Why not?
It doesn't have a proper ending, and I never found out who killed Wellington, and the murderer is still at large.
Not all murderers are caught. Not all murders are solved.
Father said that I was never to mention Mr. Shear's name in our house again, and that he's an evil man, and maybe he was the person that killed Wellington.
I think you should do what your father tells you to do.
I haven't seen your face round since I was a kid. You're bringing back those memories of the things that we did. You're hanging round and climbing trees pretending to fly. Do you want to be a spaceman and live in the sky? Got how many bills to pay and how many kids, and you forgot about the things that we did. The town where we're living has made you.
What happened to you yesterday? I came out again and you're gone. Had to eat all the biscuits himself. I was looking forward to a little chat.
I don't do chatting. I don't like it. Do you know Mr. Shears?
Not really, no. I mean, I know him well enough to say hello, but I don't know much about him.
Father said that he's an evil man. Do you know why he said that?
I think you know why your father doesn't like Mr. Shears very much.
Did Mr. Shears kill Mother?
Kill her?
Yes, did he kill Mother?
No, of course he didn't kill your mother.
No, but did he give her stress so that she died of a heart attack?
I honestly don't know what you're talking about, Christopher.
Or did he hurt her so that she had to go into the hospital?
Did she have to go in the hospital?
Yes, and it wasn't very serious at first, but she had a heart attack when she was in the hospital.
Oh my goodness.
And she died.
Oh, Christopher, I'm so sorry. I never realised.
Why do you say, I think you know why your father doesn't like Mr. Shears very much?
Look, I'm going to tell you something, but you have to promise not to tell your father that I told you this.
Why?
Please, just trust me.
I promise.
Before your mother died, she was very good friends with Mr. Shears.
I know.
No, Christopher, I'm not sure that you do. I mean, she was very good friends with Mr. Shears. Very, very good friends.
Does that mean that they were doing sex?
Yes, Christopher, that is what I mean. I didn't mean to say anything I was going to upset you.
So, is that why Mr. Shears left Mrs. Shears? Because he was doing sex with someone else while still married to Mrs. Shears?
Yes, I expect so.
I think I should go now.
Are you okay, Christopher?
I can't be on my own with you because you're a stranger.
I'm not a stranger, Christopher. I'm a friend.
same, oh save me and my head high and my tears dry. Get on without my guy.
Have you told your father about this?
No.
Are you going to tell your father about this?
No.
Did it make you sad to find this out?
Find what out?
Did it make you sad to find out that your mother and Mr. Shears had an affair?
No.
Are you telling the truth?
Yes, I always tell the truth. It didn't make me feel sad because Mother's dead, so that would be like feeling sad about something that isn't real and doesn't exist, so that would be stupid.
What was your mother like? Do you remember much about her?
I remember the 20th of July 2010. I was 9 years old. It was a Tuesday. We were on holiday in Cornwall, on a beach in a place called Polperro, and Mother was wearing a pair of shorts made out of denim and a stripy blue swimming costume, and she was smoking menthol cigarettes. And she wasn't swimming, she was sunbathing on a towel which had red and purple stripes, and she was reading a book by Georgette Hare called The Masqueraders. And then she finished sunbathing and went into the water, and she said,
Bloody Nora, it's cold!
Bloody Nora, it's cold. And she said I should come and swim too, but I don't like swimming because I don't like taking my clothes off. But she said I should roll up my trousers and come into the water a little way, and so I did. And she said,
Christopher, look! It's lovely!
and she jumped backwards and disappeared under the water. And I thought a shark had eaten her, so I screamed. And then she came out of the water and went over to where I was standing and held up her right hand and spread out her fingers like a fan.
Come on, Christopher, you're all right. Stop screaming, you're okay. Listen to me, Christopher. It's all right. There aren't any sharks in Cornwall.
When we were in the park, Mrs. Alexander stopped walking and said, I'm going to tell you something now, but you must promise not to tell your father I told you this. Your mother, before she died, was very good friends with Mr. Shears. What is this?
It's a book I'm writing.
Is this true? Did you speak to Mrs. Alexander?
Yes.
Jesus, Christopher, how stupid are you? What did I tell you?
Not to mention Mr. Shears' name in our house again, not to go asking Mrs. Shears or anyone else about who killed that bloody dog, and not to go trespassing other people's gardens, and to stop this ridiculous bloody detective game. Except I didn't do any of those things. I just asked Mrs. Alexander about Mr. Shears because I was doing chatting.
Don't give me that bollocks. I've read the book, remember? Now what else did I say?
I don't know.
Come on, memory man, what else did I say? Not to go around sticking your nose in other people's business. And what do? You go around sticking your nose in everybody's business, raking up the past and sharing it with every Tom, Dick and Harry you bump into. Jesus, Christopher, what am I going to do with you? What the fuck am I going to do with you?
I was just talking to Mrs. Alexander.
I asked you to do one thing for me, Christopher, one thing.
I didn't want to talk to Mrs. Alexander. It's Mrs. Alexander. Ah! Ah!
I need a drink. I'm sorry I hit you. I didn't mean to. I love you, Christopher. Don't ever forget that. It's just that I worry about you. I don't want to see you getting into trouble. And I don't want to see you getting hurt.
Where's my book?
Do you understand that I love you, Christopher?
Is it in the dustbin at the front of the house?
day, when I got home from school, Father was still at work, so I went outside and looked inside the dustbin. The book wasn't there. I wondered if Father had put it into his van and driven to the tip and put it into one of the big bins, but I did not want that to be true because I would never see it again. I started by looking in the kitchen. Then I detected in the utility room. Then I detected in the dining room. Then I detected in the living room, where I found the missing wheel from my Airfix Messerschmitt BF 109 G6 model under the sofa. Then I went upstairs. But I didn't do any detecting in my own room, because I reasoned that Father wouldn't hide something from me in my own room, unless he was being very clever and doing what is called a double bluff, like in a real murder mystery novel. So I decided to look in my own room, only if I couldn't find the book anywhere else. I detected in the bathroom, but the only place to look was in the airing cupboard, and there was nothing in there. Which meant the only room left to detect in was Father's bedroom. I started by looking under the bed. Then I looked in the drawers on either side of the dressing table. Then I looked in its clothes cupboard. In the bottom of the cupboard was a large plastic toolbox. Then I saw there was another box underneath the toolbox. When I opened it, I saw my book was inside. Then I heard Father's van pulling up outside the house, and I knew that I had to think fast and be clever. I heard Father shutting the door of the van, and that is when I saw the envelope. It was an envelope addressed to me, and it was lying under my book in the box with some other envelopes. I picked it up. It had never been opened. It said,
Christopher Boone, 36 Randolph Street, Swindon, Wiltshire.
Then I noticed there were lots of envelopes, and they were all addressed to me, and this was interesting and confusing. And then I noticed how the words Christopher and Swindon were written. They were written like this.
Christopher, Swindon.
I only know 3 people who do little circles instead of dots over the letter I, and one of them is Siobhan, and one of them was Mr. Loxley, who used to teach at the school, and one of them was Mother.
Christopher, have to put some shelves up in the living room. Gonna make a bit of a racket. So if you want to watch TV, you'll have to do it upstairs.
Okay, I'll go and be on my own in my room.
Okay, good man.
Fighting flames of fire, hang on to burning wires. We don't care anymore. Are we fading lovers? We keep wasting colors. Maybe we should let this go. We've fallen apart, still we hold together. We passed the end, still we chase forever.
So I went into my room, and when I was in the room, I shut the door and took out the envelope. Inside there was a letter, and this was what was written in the letter.
451C, Chapter Road, London, NW2 5NG, 0208 887 8907. Dear Christopher, I was looking through some old photos of you last night, which made me sad, but then I found that photo of you playing with the train set that we got you a couple Christmases ago, and that made me happy because it was one of the really good times we had together. Do you remember how you played with it all day and then refused to go to bed at night because you were still playing with it? And you made a little train timetable and you made the train run on time. And there's a wooden station too. We told you how people who wanted to go on the train would go to the station, get a ticket, and get on the train. And you played with that for weeks and weeks and weeks. I liked remembering that a lot. You haven't wrote to me, so I know you're probably still upset with me, and I'm sorry, Christopher. I still love you, but I'd love it if you'd be able to write me a letter. Lots and lots of love, Mother.
I was really confused. Mother had never written a letter to me before, and Mother never lived in London. I looked at the front of the envelope, and there was a date on the postmark, the 16th of October 2015, which meant the letter was posted 18 months after Mother had died. When I started writing my book, there was only one mystery to solve. Now there were 2. I decided not to think about it anymore that night because I didn't have enough information and could easily jump to the wrong conclusions.
hands up for Detroit, a lovely city. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up for Detroit.
So, how was school?
It was good, thank you. Joseph Fleming took his trousers off and went to the toilet all over the floor of the changing room, and he started to eat it, but Mr. Davis tried to stop him.
Good old Mr. Davies, eh?
Joseph eats everything.
Does he?
He once ate one of the little blue blocks of disinfectant which hangs inside the toilet, and he once ate a £50 note from his mother's wallet, and he eats string and rubber bands and paints and tissues, and he also bangs his chin and screams a lot.
I know how he feels. Look, Christopher, I've got to go out. There's a lady. Her cellar's flooded.
Is it an emergency?
Yes. I'll have my mobile on me,
Yes.
so you can call me if you need me.
Yes.
Be good, Christopher, yeah?
Yes.
So, I went into his bedroom and opened the box. I counted out the letters. There were 43 of them. They were all addressed to me in the same handwriting. I took one and opened it. Inside was this letter.
451C, Chapter Road, London. NW2 5NG. 0208 887 8907. Dear Christopher, I said I wanted to explain to you why I went away when I had the time to do it properly, and now I have plenty of time, so I'm sat on the sofa here with this letter and the radio's on, and I'm going to try to explain. I was not a very good mother, Christopher. Maybe if things had been different, maybe if you'd have been different, things would have been a bit better, but that's just not the way things turned out. And I'm not like your father. Your father's a much more patient person. He just gets on with things, and if something upsets him, he doesn't let it show. That's not the kind of person I am, no matter how much I want it to be. Do you remember that time we had to go shopping in town together? We had to go into Benthall's to get a Christmas present for your grandmother, and you got frightened because of all the people in the shop, so you crouched down, you put your hands over your ears, and you were in the way of everyone. So I told you to behave, and I tried to move you, but you screamed. And you knocked a bunch of mixers off the shelf, and there were pieces of string, bits of broken bowl, and glass all over the floor, and everyone was staring, and they turned around to see what was going on, and I noticed you'd wet yourself. And I was so cross. I just wanted to take you out of the shop, but you wouldn't let me touch you, so we had to sit there and wait until you stopped screaming. And I remember that night. I just cried and cried, and your father was really good about it at first. Made you supper, he took you to bed, and he told me that these things happen and it would be okay, but I told him I couldn't take it anymore. And he told me to stop being so stupid and to pull myself together. So I hit him. Which I shouldn't have done, but I was really upset. And after a while, we stopped talking to each other altogether because we knew it would always end up in an argument, and I felt really lonely.
And that is when I started spending lots of time.
And that's when I
with
started
Roger.
spending lots of time with Roger, and I know you might not understand any of this, but I wanted to explain so that you knew.
We had a lot in common, and then we realized we were in love with one
I
another.
explained that I couldn't leave you, and he was upset, but he understood how important you were to me.
And you started to shout, and I got cross, and I threw the food across the room.
You grabbed the chopping board, you threw it at my foot, you broke my toe.
And afterwards at home, your father and I had a huge argument.
And I couldn't walk properly for a month. Do you remember? Your father had to look after you.
And I remember looking at the two of you and seeing you together and thinking how you were really different with him, much calmer.
It made me sad because it made me feel like you didn't need me at all.
And I think then I realized you and your father were probably better off if I wasn't in the house.
And Roger asked me if I wanted to move in with them.
Broke my heart, but eventually I decided it would be best.
So I said yes.
I meant to say goodbye.
But when I rang your father, he said I couldn't. He was really angry with me, and he said I
couldn't talk to you.
I didn't know what to do.
He said I was being selfish and I was never to set foot inside the house again.
So I haven't.
I wonder if you can understand any of this. I know it'll be difficult for you.
I used to have dreams that everything would get better. Do you remember you used to say to me that you wanted to be an astronaut? Well, I used to have dreams that you were an astronaut and you were on TV, and I thought, that's my son. I wonder what it is that you want to do now. Has it changed? Are you still doing maths? I hope you are. Lots and lots of love, Mother.
Christopher! Christopher! These are... Shut up, Christ. Christopher, I'm so sorry. I was in such a mess. I told you she was dead. And I didn't know what else to do, and then I said it, and then I couldn't take it back. Christopher, you've got sick all over yourself. Come on, let's set you up. Let's get you to bed. I'm gonna have to touch you, but it's gonna be all right.
I'm still alive, but I'm barely breathing. Just praying to a God that I don't believe in. 'Cause I got time while she got freedom. 'Cause when a heart breaks, no, it don't break even. The best days will be some of my worst. She finally made a
Look, Christopher, maybe I shouldn't say this, but I need you to know that I'm going to be honest with you from now on about everything. Because if you aren't honest now, then later on it just hurts even more. So, I killed Wellington, Christopher. Just let me explain. When your mum left, Eileen, or Mrs. Shears, she was very good to me. She helped me through a very difficult time, and I'm not sure I would have made it without her. Well, you know what she was like? Round here most days, popping in, making sure we were okay. I thought, well, look, Christopher, I'm just trying to keep things simple. I thought we were friends, and I guess I thought wrong. We argued. And I'm not going to say some of the things that she said because they hurt and they weren't nice. And you know what? Sometimes I think she cared more for the bloody dog than us. And maybe that's not so stupid looking back. I mean, maybe it's easier looking after some stupid mutt than two real-life people. We're not exactly low maintenance, are we? Well, we've argued, and she's chucked me out of the house. And you know what that dog was like? Nice as pie one moment, roll over, tickle its stomach, sink its teeth into your leg the next. Well, she threw me out, and that wee bugger's waiting for me. And I know, maybe if I'd have just kicked it would have backed off, but shit, Christopher, when the red mist comes down. You know what I'm talking about? We're not that different, me and you. It's just like everything from the last 2 years. I'm sorry. Okay. Look. We'll leave it for tonight, yeah? You go up and get some rest, and then we'll talk about this in the morning. It's all going to be okay. I promise.
2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512, 1024, 2048, 2048, 4096!
Father had murdered Wellington. That meant he could murder me. I had to get out of the house. I made a decision. I did this by thinking of all the things I could do and deciding whether it was the right decision or not.
Stay home.
I decided I couldn't stay home anymore.
Christopher, please.
I can't live at home with you anymore. It's too dangerous.
451C, Chapter Road, London, NW2 5NG. 451C, Chapter Road, London, NW2 5NG. 451C, Chapter Road, London, NW2 5NG. 451C, Chapter Road.
London, NW2 5NG.
I've been walking in the same way as I did. I'm missing out the cracks in the pavement and tutting my heel and strutting my feet. Is there anything I can do for you, dear? Is there anyone I could call? No, and thank you, please, madame. I ain't lost, just wondering. Round my hometown, memories of friends. Round my hometown, ooh, the people I've made.
Christopher, I wanted to ask you something. Mrs. Gascoigne wondered if we would do a play this year. She asked me to ask everybody if we would make some kind of performance for the school. Everybody could join in, play a part in it.
I think it would be really good for everybody to join in and play a part in it.
No.
I was wondering if you would like to make a play out of your book.
No.
I think it could be really good fun, Christopher.
I think it could be really good fun.
No, and it's a book, and it's just for me, not for everybody, just for me.
I know that, but I think people might be interested in to see what would happen if people took your book and started acting bits out of it.
No, and I don't like acting because it's pretending that something's real when it isn't really real at all, so it's kind of like a lie.
But people like stories. Some people find things that are true in things that are kind of made up. You like your Sherlock Holmes stories, and you know that Sherlock Holmes isn't a real person, don't you? I would help you if you were worried about that.
No.
I'd rather like to play the role of the policeman.
You're too old to be a policeman.
Christopher! Christopher! Christopher!
Three, 5, 5, 8.
3558.
3558.
3558.
3558. I knew that the train station was somewhere near, and if something is nearby, you can find it by moving in a spiral, walking clockwise, and taking every right turn until you come back to a road you've already walked on, then taking the next left, then taking the next right, and so on and so on. And that is how I found the train station.
Customers seeking access to the car park, please use assistant phone opposite right of the ticket office.
Warning, CCTV in operation.
Great Western!
Cold beers and lager.
Caution, wet floor.
Your 50p will keep a premature baby alive for 1.8 seconds.
Transforming travel, refreshingly different.
It's delicious. It's creamy. It's only 1:30. Hot chocolate.
7.
The lemon tree.
No.
Fine tea. Automatic fire door. Keep clear.
Reserved parking.
Air conditioning. Open as usual. This way. No smoking.
No alcohol.
Dogs must speak alright.
Perfect blend.
Royal Mail.
Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Dogs must be carried at all times.
Hello, young man. Are you all right, young man?
You're too old.
Are you all right, young man?
No.
You're looking a bit worse for wear. The lady in the cafe said when she tried speaking to you, you were in a complete trance. What's your name?
Christopher Boone.
Where do you live?
36 Randolph Street.
What are you doing here?
I needed to sit down and be quiet and think.
Okay, let's keep things simple. What are you doing at the railway station?
I'm going to visit Mother.
Mother?
Yes, Mother.
Well, where does Mother live?
In London.
Yes, but where in London?
451C, Chapter Road, London, NW2 5NG.
Have you got a ticket?
No.
So how precisely do you expect to get to London then?
I have a cash point card.
Is this yours?
No, it's Father's.
Father's?
Yes, Father's. He told me the number. It's 3558.
How about you and me take a stroll to the ticket office, yeah?
I want to go to London.
If you don't mind.
I want to go to London.
Single or return.
What does single or return mean?
Do you want to go one way or do you want to come back?
I want to stay when I get there.
For how long?
Until I go to university.
Single then. That'll be £17. Top here.
When is the train to London?
Platform 1. 5 minutes.
And where is platform 1?
Through the underpass, up the stairs. You'll see the signs.
Underpass means tunnel, Christopher. In your head, imagine a big red line across the floor. It starts at your feet and goes through the tunnel. Now, walk along the line and count the rhythm in your head because that helps, doesn't it? Like when you're doing drumming or doing music. Left, right, left, right, left, right.
Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Is this train going to London?
Sorry, madam, I really must get through. Christopher! Got you just in time. Your father's down at the police station. He's looking for you. Okay, let's not get overexcited. I'm going to take you back to the police station, and you, me, and your dad can sit down and have a wee chat about who's going where.
Have you arrested Father?
Arrested him? What for?
For killing a dog. The dog's called Wellington.
Well, we can talk about that as well, but for now, young man, I think you've done enough adventuring for one day. All right, listen, you little monkey. Oh, shit and fuck!
Why are you swearing? Has the train started yet?
Don't move. Rob? Yeah, it's Nigel. I'm stuck here in the bloody train. I know. Tell me about it. Look, it's off at the Parkway. If you could get someone to meet me at the car. Cheers, yeah. If you could tell his dad that we've got him, but it's gonna take a while. Brilliant, cheers. Right, let's get ourselves a seat. Oh, Jesus Christ, you're wetting yourself! Would you go to the bloody toilets?
But I'm on a train.
They have toilets on trains, you know.
But where is the toilet on the train?
Through those double doors, and I'll be keeping a close eye on you. Do you understand?
No.
Just go to the bloody toilet!
Anyway, so she's watching the way here.
Absolute freak.
The
manager handles that.
Christopher!
You're welcome.
Christopher! Oh, bloody hell!
Here!
Sorry, I'm really, really sorry.
What's that?
My God.
I waited 9 more minutes, but nobody else came past, and the train was really quiet and didn't move again, so I realised that the train had stopped. And I knew that the last stop on the train was London, so I got off the train.
Heathrow Airport. Check in here.
Bagel Factory.
8.
Sushi.
Station link.
W.H. Smith.
First class lounge.
Car Dock House.
And their public house.
Dixon.
Paddington Bear at Paddington Station.
Where's your checker?
Eastbourne Terrace.
You here, please.
Millie's Cookies.
Wrong ticket, point bay.
Party to stay at home, stand for United. Correction price, cookies,
Penalty says.
Cool drink. Platform 13.
Fresh milk.
The Reef Cafe Bar.
Business.
Left, right, left, right. How do I get to 451C, Chapter Road, London, NW2 5NG?
Where's that?
It's 451C, Chapter Road, London, NW2 5NG, or you can write it as 451C, Chapter Road, Wilston, London, NW2 5NG.
Take the tube to Wilson Junction or Wilson Green.
What's a tube?
Christopher, don't do this.
Leave me alone.
You aren't able to.
I can't. I'm doing fine on my own.
You've no money.
I can't. I stole your cash point card.
You little shit. What about your Swiss Army knife? Where's it?
I have that in my pocket.
And your red line? See, it keeps disappearing. How are you going to get to Wilson Green?
There's a Beckerloo line. Look, I can take that to Wilston Junction.
Come home, Christopher, please.
Swindon's not my home anymore. My home is 451C, Chapter Road, London, NW2 5NG.
Stand behind the yellow line. It'll be very noisy.
I know.
It'll scare you.
I know.
Try not to let it.
I know.
Just watch the people. See what they do. See how they get on and off.
Yes.
Count the trains. Figure it out. Get the rhythm right. Train coming. Train stop. Doors open. Train going. Silence. Train coming. Train stop. Doors open. Train going. Silence. Train coming. Train stop. Doors open. Train going. Silence. Train coming. Train stop.
Doors open. Train going. Silence. Train coming. Train stop. Doors open. Train going. Silence. Train coming. Train stop. Doors open. Is this train going to Wilston Junction?
There are 53,963 holiday cottages in Scandinavia and Germany.
Buy a bioeggs.
Is this train going to Wilston Junction?
3435.
Penalty £20 fare if you fail to show a valid ticket for your entire journey.
Discover gold, then wrong.
Is this train going to Wilston Junction?
TVIC.
Obstructing the doors can be dangerous.
B4B.
Is this train going to Wilston Junction?
Talk to the world.
Warwick Avenue.
Maiderdale.
Kelvin Park.
Queen's Park. Kensal Green.
Wilson Junction.
Left, right, 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 left, right.
I don't care whether you thought it was funny or not.
Judy, look, I'm sorry, okay?
Well, maybe you should have thought about that before you made me look like a complete idiot.
You weren't in, so I waited for you.
Christopher. What? Christopher!
What the hell is going on?
Oh, Christopher, I'm so sorry.
I suppose that means Ed's here too.
Where's your father, Christopher?
He's back home in Swindon.
Thank God for that.
How'd you get here?
I came on the train.
Oh, Christopher, I didn't think I'd ever. Why are you here on your own?
I have to come live with you because Father killed Wellington with a garden fork.
Jumping Jack
Roger,
Christ.
please. Let's get you inside and get you dried off, okay?
Are you coming in or are you going to stand out here all day?
You follow Roger.
I'm tired.
I know, love. Can I get you a blanket?
No, don't. I have a sleeping bag in my rucksack.
Okay. Will you let me help you get your coat off? You're very brave.
Yes.
You never wrote to me.
I know.
Why didn't you write to me, Christopher? I wrote you all those letters and then I kept thinking that something dreadful had happened or you'd moved away and I'd never find you again.
Father said you were dead.
What?
He said you went into the hospital because you had something wrong with your heart and you had a heart attack and you died.
Oh my God! Oh my God, Christopher!
Why are you doing that?
Bastard! That bastard! Christopher! Will you let me hold your hand? Just this once, just for me. I promise I won't hold it hard. Will you let me do that?
I don't like people holding my hand.
No. Okay. No, that's okay.
I'm speaking to her whether you like it or not.
Roger, don't just
I'm
leave.
not going to be spoken to like that in my own home.
I'll speak to you how I damn well like.
You have no right to be here.
He's my son, in case you forgot.
What in God's name did you think you were playing out saying them things to him?
You were the one that left.
What, so you decide to wipe me out of his life altogether?
Is that not what you wanted?
I wrote to him every week.
What fucking use is writing to him?
Well, that's
I
all just-
cooked his meals. I cleaned his clothes. I looked after him every time he was sick. I took him to the doctors. I worried myself ill every time he used to wander off at night. And you, what? Wrote him some fucking letters.
So you thought it was okay to tell him that his mother was dead?
Now is not the
I'm
time.
going to speak to him. If either of you try and stop me.
Christopher, love, I won't let him do anything. You're all right. You're okay. You're safe. It's okay.
Christopher, I'm so sorry about the ladders. And I promise I'll never do anything like that ever again.
Mr. Boone?
What the fuck is she doing here? Do you call her?
Mr. Boone, come on, mate.
Don't mate me, he's my son.
Yeah, no, this can all be sorted. Just come with me, please.
Ed, you should go. He's frightened.
Christopher, I'll be back. I promise you, lad. I promise I'll be back.
Okay, he can stay for a few days.
He can stay as long as he wants to stay.
This flat is hardly big enough for 2 people, let alone 3.
He can understand what you're saying, you know.
What's he gonna do? There's no school for him to go to. We've both got jobs.
Roger,
this is bloody ridiculous.
Please. You can stay as long as you want to stay.
I have to go back to Swindon.
Christopher, you just got here.
I have to go back because I have to take my Maths A level.
You're doing Maths A level?
Yes, and I'm taking it Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday next week.
Oh, God, Christopher, that's really good.
Yeah.
But I can't see Father, so I have to go back with you.
Oh, I don't know whether or not that's going to be possible.
But I have to.
Christopher, let's talk about this another time, okay?
Okay, but I have to go back to Swindon.
Christopher, please.
I've been waiting all night for you to tell me that you need me, tell me that you want me. I've been waiting all night for you to tell me.
Christopher, love, would you like a nice lolly?
Yes, I would, please.
Would you like a strawberry one?
Yes, I would, please, because that's red.
Christopher, I rang Mrs. Gascoigne. I told her that you're in London, and I told her you're going to have to take your Maths at A level tomorrow. Christopher, love, it's all right. Please calm down. It's okay. We'll get it sorted, please. Christopher, it's all right.
Here we are. You wanted a radio? 100 number puzzles from the library. This one's called The Origins of the Universe. And this one's Nuclear Power.
They're for children.
Well, it's nice to know my contribution was appreciated.
Pánové privatizaci.
Jeder von den
Feuerbachenpreis.
Eine Aufnahme. Spanien und
jeder Statistiker Sitzung des
You think you're so clever, don't you? Don't you ever think about our people for 1 second, eh? Well, I bet you're really proud of yourself now, aren't you?
Christopher, it's all right. Christopher, love, you're okay. Roger, what the fuck? Get off him! What the fuck's wrong with you? Christopher, love, it's all right. I promise you nothing like that is ever gonna happen again.
Trouble so hard.
time is it?
It's 4 o'clock in the morning.
What are you doing?
I'm packing a bag.
Where's Mr. Shears?
He's asleep. Go downstairs, get your bag, get in the car.
In Mr. Shears' car?
That's right.
Are you still in the car?
No, I'm just borrowing it.
Where are we going?
We're going home.
Do you mean back home in Swindon so I can take my A-level?
No, I mean home in Swindon, because if we stay here any longer, somebody's going to get hurt, and I don't necessarily mean you. Now, I need you to be quiet for a while.
How long do I need to be quiet
Jesus,
for?
Christopher! Half an hour. I need you to be quiet for half an hour.
I used to believe we were burning on the edge of something beautiful, something beautiful. Selling a dream, smoking mirrors keep us waiting on a miracle, on a miracle. They go through the darkest of days, having.
Where the fuck did you get in here?
This is my house too, in case you've forgotten.
Suppose your fancy man's here too, isn't he?
Christopher! It's all right, he's gone. You don't need to panic, you're okay. It's all right, love, you're all right. It's okay.
Where's he gone to?
He's gone to stay at his friend's house for a while.
Where?
His friend's house.
Oh. Well, does that mean that I can still do my A-level?
You're not listening to me, are you, Christopher?
No, but I am listening to you.
Christopher, I told you, I rang Mrs. Gascoigne. I told her that you were in London, and I told her you'll have to take it next year.
No, but I'm here now, so I can take it.
I'm sorry, Christopher. This isn't going to solve anything.
You've got a fucking nerve.
Well, where are we going?
Swanning around here so nothing ever happened.
What's Mrs. Shears doing?
Just ignore her, Christopher.
So he's finally dumped you too, has he?
Where are we going?
We're going to the school.
You had it coming, and don't act like you didn't, because you fucking did.
Hey, so you must be Christopher's mother.
That's right, and you are...
I am Siobhan. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, yeah.
Hello, Christopher.
Hello.
Are you okay?
I'm tired.
He's a bit upset.
Because of the A-levels, you said?
Can't eat, he won't sleep.
Yeah. Well, I spoke to Mrs. Gascoigne after you called.
Right.
And it turns out she still actually has your A-level papers in the 3-sealed envelope in her desk.
So does that mean that I can still take my A-level?
I think so. We're going to talk to Reverend Peters, make sure he can still come in this afternoon and be your invigilator. And Mrs. Gascoigne will be calling the examination board to tell them that you'll be doing the exam after all. Look, I'm only telling you this now so that you can think about it.
So I could think about what?
Is this really what you want to do, Christopher? I mean, if you don't want to do it, it won't be wrong or illegal or stupid. Nobody's going to be angry with you. It will just be what you want, and that would be okay.
I want to do it.
Okay. How tired are you?
Very.
How's your brain when you think about maths?
I don't think it works very well.
What is the logarithmic formula for the approximate number of prime numbers not greater than x?
I can't think.
I can't see anything at all. All I see is me. That's clear enough. That's what's important. To see me.
So, this is exciting, eh, Christopher? Well, I'm excited. Anyway, now, the exam is going to last for 2 hours, Christopher, okay? First thing you do is pop your name at the front, okay? Here you go, man. Are you ready to roll? Turn over the page, please, Christopher, and begin.
1, 8, 27, 64, 125, 216, 343, 512, 729, 1,000, 1,331.
Are you all right, Christopher?
I can't read the question.
What do you mean?
I can't read the question.
Can you see the question?
I can see the question, but I can't read the question because when I look at the words, they're all confused and mixed up and all the way around the wrong way.
Right.
And what does this question say?
I'm sorry, Christopher. I'm not allowed to help you that way. I'm not allowed.
Christopher, stop groaning. Get your breath. Count the cubes of the cardinal numbers again.
1, 8, 27, 64, 125, 216, 343, 512, 729, 1,000, 1,331.
Now, have another go.
Show that a triangle with sides that can be written in the form n squared plus 1, n squared minus 1, and 2n, where n is greater than 1, is right-angled.
You don't have to tell us.
What?
You don't have to tell us how you solved it.
But it's my favourite question.
Yes, but it's not very interesting.
I think it is.
Look, people won't want to know the answer to a maths question in a play. Look, why don't you do it at the end? When we're finished, you can do a bow, and whoever wants to can go on home. And to those who want to hear how you solved the maths equation, they can stay, and you can tell it then, okay?
Okay.
Christopher, I'm not here to hurt you. I just want to ask how your exam went.
Tell him, Christopher. Please, Christopher.
I don't know if I got all the questions right because I was very tired and I hadn't eaten, so I couldn't think properly.
Thank you.
But what for?
Just thank you. I'm proud of you, Christopher. I'm very, very proud of you. And I'm sure you did great. But look, things can't go on like this. I don't know about you, but this hurts too much. You being in the house, not talking to me. You have to learn to trust me. And I don't care how long it takes. If it's 1 minute today, 2 the next, 3 the next, and it takes all year, I don't care. Because this is the most important thing to me. We'll call it a project. It'll be our project. And it'll be difficult at first because, well, it's a difficult project. But we can do it. I promise.
We should go.
Yeah.
We'll come back tomorrow and you can see him again, okay?
Shadows settle on the place that you left. Our minds are troubled by the emptiness. Destroy the middle, it's a waste of time. From the perfect start to the finish line. And if you're still breathing, you're the lucky ones.
Christopher, here.
What's this?
It's your maths result. You have to open it up and read it.
Right.
Well, what does it say?
I got an S star.
Oh, that's terrific!
Yes.
Aren't you happy?
Yes, it's the best result.
I know. Right. How's things with your father?
We planted a vegetable patch in the garden. I helped him. We planted peas and carrots and spinach, and I'm going to pick them whenever they're done. And he also bought me a book called Further Maths for A-Level. And he also told Mrs. Gascoigne that I'm going to take further maths next year. And she said that's okay. And also, I'm going to take A-level physics next year and then get an A star, and then I'm going to go to another university in another town, and then I'm going to live in a flat with a proper toilet, and I'm going to get a first-class honours degree, and then I'm going to become a scientist. I can do these things.
I hope so.
I can, because I went to London on my own. I solved the mystery of who killed Wellington. I found my mother. I was brave.
You were.
And I wrote a book.
I know, I read it. We made it into a play.
So, does that mean that I can do anything, do you think, Siobhan? Does that mean that I can do anything? I can do anything! Siobhan, can I do anything? Siobhan, I think I can do anything!
Hope when you take that
anything,
jump,
Siobhan.
you don't feel
I
the
can
fall.
do anything!
Hope when the water rises, you build a wall. Hope when the crowd screams out, you're screaming your name. Hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay. Hope that you fall in love and it hurts so bad. Hey, the only way you can know, you give it all you have. And I hope that you don't suffer, but take the pain.
Thank you very much for clapping, and thank you very much for staying behind to see how I answered the last question in my maths A-level. Siobhan said it wouldn't be very interesting, but I thought it was. I had 2 hours to answer 19 questions, but I spent 38 minutes of it moaning and groaning, which meant I only had 4 minutes to answer this question. Show that a triangle with sides that can be written in the form n squared plus 1, n squared minus 1, and 2n, where n is greater than 1, and this is what I wrote. Start the clock. If a triangle is right-angled, this means that one of its angles will be 90 degrees, which will therefore follow Pythagoras' theorem. Pythagoras states that a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Now, if we draw squares outside the 3 angles of the right-angled triangle, then add up the area of the 2 smaller squares, this will be equal to the area of the larger square. This is only true if the triangle is right-angled. Now, the biggest number in this equation is n squared plus 1, which will go on the hypotenuse, which is the longest side of the triangle. And to find the area of a square, we must multiply the length by the width. So the area of this square is 2n times 2n, which equals 4n squared. And the area of this square is n squared minus 1 times n squared minus 1, which equals n to the power of 4 minus 2n squared plus 1. Now, if we add these 2 areas together, this equals n to the power of 4 plus 2n squared plus 1. Now, we need to find the area on the hypotenuse of the biggest square. And this is n squared plus 1 times n squared plus 1, which equals n to the power of 4 plus 2n squared plus 1, which is the same term. This means that the area of the 2 smaller squares add up to the area of the larger square, which means all my squares fit together to satisfy Pythagoras' theorem, and that is how I got an A star.